Hi, Leona here again to walk you through some gentle stretching to help flexibility and with some breathing and grounding to help in the creative process before you start sewing. Everything is invitational. Just listen to your body, follow along with what feels good. If it doesn't feel right, just stop, go back to your breathing, and then maybe start back in again then with the next pose. Because these are to be gentle stretches which will help us with flexibility and relieve tension from sitting at a sewing machine all day, or if you know you're going to sew for the rest of the day, can help you get ready for that. So let's begin. Let's check in our posture. I'm sitting in a chair without arms, which is the best thing to do. It gives more flexibility. I moved off from my sewing chair for one reason, and that's because I couldn't lock my legs and it was moving a bit, so I decided to move to this one instead. But just make sure that it's stable and will support you. So let's check in with your breath. Let's take a comfortable seat. Ensure your feet are stable on the ground. Relax your shoulders up and back. Ensure your back is straight. Close your eyes if that feels good for the opening breathing session. Check in with how your breathing is right now. How does it feel? Is it breathing from up here? Are you breathing from the full of your lungs? So to start, let's do a deep inhale through your nose and an exhale through your mouth. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Now let's begin by moving gently side to side, and then move into circles. Again, going with your breath. This will help loosen up your spine. You can make these circles as big or as small as you like. Just do what your body's flexibility can do. This will improve flexibility in your spine. And when you feel ready to stop, take one long inhale and one long exhale. Now let's move our arms. We put our arms in the hip prayer position at your heart. We're going to inhale, lift your arms up, exhale, down and around, back to center. Inhale up, back and around. We're going to repeat this maybe 3 or 4 times. Inhale up, back and around. Inhale up, back and around. Inhale up, back and around. And now let's do the reverse direction, which begin in prayer position, and then we go down and then up and down again. So we go inhale up, exhale, back down again to center. Inhale, arms out and up, exhale, back to center. Repeat this at your own pace. Now let's move to our neck and shoulder area. So for this, we're going to do breathe in, ear to shoulder, knee to chest, ear to shoulder. Open your mouth slightly, let your head fall back, and then just repeat these circles with your breath at your own pace. Ear to shoulder, neck to chin, ear to shoulder, back. Now let's go the opposite direction. Ear, chin, ear, back. Your ear, chin. Very good. And now we're going to lean your ear towards one shoulder. Take your hand and just gently place it on the top of your head. And then use your fingers and tap gently up and down your shoulder. Gentle, or as hard actually as you like, but not too hard. Gently just massaging your shoulder area. Back to center. Then let's go to the other direction. Tip of your fingers. Don't forget to breathe. With the next inhale, let's go back to center. Now, how does your neck feel after that? With practice, you should be able to feel elongation in your neck and definitely more flexibility. So the more you practice, the more movement you will have there. Now let's come back to our neutral position. Ensure your feet are grounded again. And we're going to work on our shoulder area. I hold a lot of tension here, so what we'll do is we'll bring both our fists into our chest area. Tighten, tighten, tighten as we inhale. And then as we exhale, release all the tension. Again, fists in, shoulders up, tension, tension, tension. Exhale, release. Inhale, all the doubt and worry. Exhale and just let it go. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Let all your worries out on that exhale. Relax your hands down to your lap. Make sure your shoulders are not hunched up. And check in with how the tension is there. Hopefully you'll feel a little looser. So next up is a torso twist. So sitting up nice and tall, check with your feet that you're touching the earth. Connect to your breath. Place one hand on your left hand on your right shoulder, left hand on your left shoulder, right hand on your right shoulder. Fingers pointing front ways, your thumb at the back. And then we're just going to, as you inhale, move from your center core, right and left. Doing it at your own pace. Breathing as you turn and pause. back to center, turn and pause, back to center, turn and pause, back to center, turn. And if you'd like, you can do it without the pause, again with your breath. Or you can stay with the pause, depending on what your body needs. Back to pausing for me. Exhale, hands down, relax. And now we're going to do a breathing exercise called stair-step breathing. And this is to help if you're feeling anxious, if you're breathing too much up here in the top of your lungs and not taking a full breath down into your lungs. So let me show you how to do it first. So we're going to do like steps of the stairs, 4 sips of air in. We're going to come up to the top, look around, and then slowly, 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 as the elevator goes down to the ground floor. And then we do it the opposite way. Slowly, slowly, slowly up. Look around. And then 4 sips down. So let's do that 3 on one side and then 3 on the other and see how we do. So again, we'll do 4 sips. Look around. Gently lower as you exhale, lower down. Again, up. Look around. Exhale, lower gently. Imagine the elevator is going to the ground floor. Now inhale one more time. Take time to look around. As you pause and then exhale. So now let's do it from the other side. I'm going to inhale in, slowly up to the top, look around. And then 4 sips down. Inhale up, look around as you pause. Exhale, 4 sips down. Inhale, slowly up. Exhale. Actually pause, look around. Exhale. So let's do one more on each side. I'm going to go 4 sips in. Look at the top, look around. Slowly come down. Slow elevator ride up. Look around. Slowly. Oh, actually no. Hands to your knees, or in prayer position, and just check in with your breath. Deep inhale in, deep inhale. Next, we're going to do a side stretch. So check in with your posture. Lift your arms above your head, breathing deeply. Lower one hand to the opposite knee, and then move the opposite hand up, over, and stretch. Relax your shoulders. Feel the stretch as it comes up here. Breathe as you're here. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, you can move deeper into the stretch. Back to center, both hands on your knees. Inhale, hand to opposite knee. Stretch over, breathing, relax your shoulders and your neck. Feel it stretch. Stretch your fingers out. Inhale. Let's do one more on each side. Back to center. Now we're going to do goddess arms. Breathe in, open up your hands up to shoulder level, arms. Clench your fists up straight, stretch out those fingers. Up. One more, arms up as high as you can go. Open fists, spread fingers as wide as you can. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Back down. Let's do 2 more sets. Up. Hands down and rest. Now we're going to do goddess legs, and you can do this in 2 ways. You can sit at the edge of your seat and just with your feet on the ground, or you can do it standing up. Going to bend your knees, make sure your back is straight, but you're not clenching too much up here. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, deep breath in, deep breath out, and let go. And now we're going to do one more time, but this time we're going to add an arm stretch in. Arm up and over. Back to center, and the other side. Back to center. Give your legs a little stretch out. One more into goddess legs. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in, deep breath out, and back up. And now, I'm going to put hands out, stretch your fingers back, twist your wrists, and then bring them back the other direction. Other way. And the other way. Twist both. Roll your wrists the opposite direction. One more this side. Fingers back. Fingers back again here. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Twist. Now, hands in prayer position again. Up, down, in, up, and down. That's prayer position. And then one hand here, one hand there, and give yourself a hug. Tap yourself on the back for a great job practicing today. Take one deep, big inhale. And an exhale. Hands down to center. So thank you very much for practicing with me today. Now go be creative. Sow love into every single stitch. But take a break every now and again for a stretch or some deep breathing, just some moments of reflection. Thank you.